Acts sketchbook. I'm hoping to finish Acts sketchbook this weekend for the new year. So I've started having use this as a quiet time. So whenever you have a quiet time, 5-10 minutes, half hour, an hour, just try to read the Bible, get some kind of message out of it every time, or have a Bible study and talk about what you got out of it. So Acts 26:30, King Agrippa rose, the governor rose, Bernice arose, and they had heard Paul's testimony. Those sitting with him arose and talked, left the room, and said, "This man is not," discussed it, and then said to each other, "This man is not doing anything that deserves death or imprisonment. Paul deserves no death or imprisonment." Agrippa said to Festus, "This man could have been set free if he had not appealed to Caesar." So should Paul have appealed to Caesar or no? Not, I don't know. But that's what happened. And God works through our decisions. Acts 27:1. When it was decided that we would sail for Italy, Paul and some prisoners were handed over to a centurion soldier named Julius, who belonged to the imperial regiment. Ooh, I want an orange Julius. So when it was decided that we would sail for Italy to see Caesar, Paul and some prisoners were handed over to a centurion named Julius, who belonged to the imperial regiment. They're going to go to Italy. Italy looks like a boot. Paul and some prisoners go with the centurion soldier Julius of the imperial royal regiment. We boarded a ship from Adramyttium. I'm not sure how to say that. We boarded a ship from Adramyttium about to sail for ports along the coast of the province of Asia, and we put out to sea. So I think this might be Turkey. I'll Google it after I talk to you. Ship from Adramyttia to Asian ports. So I would say Turkey. I don't think... Did Jesus go to China? Did Paul go to China? I'll Google what part of Asia did Paul go to. We boarded a ship from Adramyttium about to sail for ports along the coast of the province of Asia, and we put out to sea. Aristarchus, hello, a Macedonian from Thessalonica, was with us. The next day we landed at Sidon, and Julius, in kindness to Paul, allowed him to go to his friends so that they might provide for his needs. The next day we landed at Sidon, and Julius, in kindness to Paul, allowed him to go to his friends so they might provide for his needs. So in kindness, Julius said, friends of Paul, you can go to Paul and provide for his needs. So that is a blessing. So I used to teach ESL, English as a Second Language. So hopefully from these sentences and my rhythms, my speaking rhythms, this will help you learn English if you're trying to learn English. And if you're interested in the Bible, I heard a phrase, Bible nerd. So hopefully we're Bible nerds together. And you're a visual learner, maybe. I grew up on TV, so I'm a very visual learner. From there, we passed the lee of Cyprus because the winds were against us. Okay, so in Sidon, Paul's friends provide for him. Then there are winds in the lee of Cyprus. I guess that's some kind of land. When he had sailed across the open sea, we landed at Myra in Lycia. There the centurion found an Alexandrian ship sailing for Italy and put us on board. We made slow headway for many days. Sorry, this is cut off. When the wind did not allow us to hold our course, we came to a place called Fairhaven. Isn't that a nice phrase? I'm going to call my house Fairhaven. If you come and visit me, come visit Fairhaven. Nope, no one visits me. Fairhaven. So I need to get a pen and draw this in when we When we had sailed the open sea, we landed at Myra in Lycia. There the centurion found an Alexandrian ship sailing for Italy and put us on board. We made slow headway for many days where the wind did not allow us to hold our course. We came to a place called Fairhaven. Oh my goodness, such adventures. I just went on a road trip to Florida, and you never know which way God will direct you. Maybe one way is crowded with traffic and another way is open. Where is God giving you traveling mercies? Acts 27:9. Much time had been lost, and sailing had become dangerous by now because it was after the Day of Atonement. So I guess after much time was lost, here's a little hourglass. Sailing was dangerous after the Day of Atonement. After this holiday, traveling gets dangerous. So Paul warned them, "Men, I can see that our voyage is going to be disastrous and bring great loss to ship and cargo, and to our lives also." So I can see that we're going to have loss to our ship and cargo and our own lives. So I don't know if that's because traditionally after this date it's dangerous, or if he can just spiritually see like a prophet what's going to happen. But the centurion, instead of listening to what Paul said, followed the advice of the pilot and of the owner of the ship. So the centurion, the soldier, didn't listen to Paul, followed the advice of the pilot and the owner of the ship. No, Paul. So I don't know if the centurion was a Christian or not. Here's Paul saying, "Men, I believe this voyage will end in disaster and loss of cargo and the ship and our lives." The owner and the helmsman, he tells the owner and the helmsman, "No, it's not true. Believe us." Don't believe Paul. "We were hardly able to keep the lifeboat secure." Okay, I feel like I'm missing a part here, but I will read it. We're missing a page probably. "We were hardly able," there's a storm. "We were hardly able to keep the lifeboat secure." I'm going to figure this out. It goes page 164 to 165. I think a storm is happening, and we will see next time what happens with the storm. Amen. Have a good day. God will get you through the storms.